Welcome back to Coffee with Mia. I have my coffee and I'm all ready to go. I hope you have your coffee or your favorite beverage. Today I want to talk about something that honestly changed the way I started looking at my own life. Because sometimes we think to ourselves, I'm stressed, I'm overwhelmed, I'm unhappy, I feel sick. But I realized that when you usually sit down with yourself, it's not one huge tragic thing causing it. Sometimes the little habits that we keep repeating every single day, the things we normalize, the way we could abandon ourselves quietly, the way we drain our own pace without even realizing it. And the truth is, little habits become emotional environments. If every day starts with chaos, your nervous system starts living in chaos. If every day starts with comparison, your confidence slowly disappears. If every day starts with reacting instead of intentionally living, eventually life starts feeling heavy all the time. And I think a lot of people are exhausted right now, not because they're weak, because their daily habits are emotionally exhausting them. One habit that quietly steals your peace: checking your phone constantly. And I'm saying this as someone who has social media, podcasts, analytics, messages, all the things. But when every quiet moment gets filled with scrolling, your brain never rests. You stop hearing yourself. You stop sitting with your own thoughts. And then suddenly you feel anxious, disconnected, overstimulated, and you don't even know why. Another habit: replaying conversations in your head over and over. Oh, this one is huge because now you start asking yourself, what did they mean when they said that? Should I have said what I said differently? Why did they say it that way? Oh no, but why did I answer them back in that way? And then you think to yourself, after all I said, do they still like me? As you're doing this to yourself, the other person is just maybe sitting, having pasta and watching TV, not even giving the conversation a second thought. But you and me, we're reliving one interaction for the next 6 hours. Now that steals your peace. Here's another habit: waiting to feel motivated before you change your life. And I think this is one of the biggest misconceptions people have. And people, for some reason, think that confident people feel motivated all the time. No, not true. Most people who change their lives do things consistently, even if they don't feel like it. There's the difference. You don't mentally become disciplined. You practice discipline long enough that it starts becoming your identity. And honestly, some of the habits that are stealing happiness are some of the habits that look harmless. I'll give you a couple of examples. Saying yes when you mean no. Ignoring your body when it's asking for rest. Living in constant reaction mode. comparing your timeline to everyone else's, watching everyone else build their lives while you're convincing yourself that it's too late for you. And let me tell you something. Comparison is one of the fastest ways to disconnect from gratitude, because the minute you start obsessing over someone else's life, you stop seeing your own progress. You stop noticing your own healing. You stop recognizing how far you've actually come. And another quiet happiness thief? Speaking to yourself disrespectfully. Some people would never speak to strangers the way they speak to themselves internally. You're behind. You're lazy. You'll never figure things out. You always mess things up. I want you to know your brain listens to this. Your nervous system absorbs that. Your confidence responds to that. And over time, you start emotionally living inside the identity you keep repeating. And this is why small daily shifts matter so much. Not perfection, not overnight transformation, just awareness. Maybe happiness starts increasing the moment you stop doom scrolling for an hour. Take a walk. Drink water. Stop texting people that do nothing but confuse you and sometimes irritate you at that. Clean or organize your space. Move your body. Protect your mornings. Speak to yourself with more respect. And please, stop making yourself emotionally available to chaos. Because peace is built in small decisions, not in dramatic moments. And honestly, I think a lot of healing is less about becoming someone new and more about stopping the habits that have been hurting you quietly. So if life has felt heavy lately, please don't immediately assume that your life is completely broken. Maybe it's time to just honestly look at your daily habits. The little emotional patterns, the little routines, the little choices, because they become your life. And sometimes happiness doesn't come from adding more. Sometimes it comes from finally stopping what's been quietly hurting you. Remember, life is not easy, but it's worth it. Thank you for spending your time with me. This has been Coffee with Mia, and I will see you in the next episode.